Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to my beautiful, fantastic reading for June 27th of a perfect reading of a Thursday reading. This will involve about what's going to happen between a Aquarius as the feminine, as the woman's side, against a Scorpio man as the guy side. So basically, in this this turnaround of this whole entire reading, I'm going to tell you what's going on because in the record of this whole entire reading, okay, this is so many that how it is. I've been doing tarot for several years now, and I have been doing these readings for all of you now. Like I say, when I told you about, emotions that are from flipping and whatever, and you get bad vibes from people and stuff, I actually did that before. Okay, I'm in tune of knowing what people say to me, what people do, whatever, right? I acknowledge that as well. Now for the record, okay, I have been doing this for several years, and I have been doing this for from decades, whatever. Because in that note, if you're trying to get along with, I don't know, Aquarius Woman, for example, and you're being all nice and everything else, and she gets what she wants, to be the queen and everything else, and you're trying to be all nice, be all courteous, be all courtesy, whatever, you have to do exactly what you're going to do. Now, it seems to be that I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but I'm going to tell you all this. If you have a roommate, if you have a roommate like Aquarius, for example, and you don't get along, you have to remember to recommend. Have amends, as in, do exactly what you're going to do, like being prepared, like repair the whole entire situation. What you did was wrong, and it's the simple as that. Okay, you have to believe your own terms, that you have to get along. Yes, there are times where we as individuals have to understand about how everything is, right? We have to reflect on our emotions. Now, whenever you see, like, I'll give you a good example. I'm going to give you a good example. Just imagine yourself watching the movie of Inside Out, the first movie, until you watch the second movie, okay? Watch the first movie about, you see joy, sadness, disgust, fear, everything else, right? Of those emotions. Well, this is between what I'm doing with the tarot situation, between the guy's side and the woman's side, okay? Now, just picture yourself about being in a roommate with Aquarius, okay? Now, you have to focus on your ability to understand about the right and wrong perspective. Everyone has perspectives in some way and somehow. Now, whoever you guys are as a cross watchers, even if there's water signs you're watching this, earth signs, air signs, or fire signs in this reading, you have to pay attention to understand what I'm saying, okay? Think about how you can interact with somebody, even if you don't get along for the first time, okay? Now, there are several things you must learn first. I always say this in the videos. Pay attention to understand from the right and wrong perspective. Yes, there are going to be times where, for all of us do not get along, but you have to be prepared of what's going to happen next. So you have to understand whether if it's good or bad to understand that way. Yes, you have to believe about how things are, but you have to know how it is. It's about the body language, the interactions, how you're feeling, how you can portray whatever it is. And you have to understand that. because the reading is, and what the reading does, you have to understand this. You have to believe on what's going on, and you see it as how it is. You can distinguish of how the reading goes, but you have to be prepared of what's going to happen. And you have to acknowledge that one way or another, where things can change like a lickety split, right? So you have to understand that. You have to think with the positive, not the negative. If you think with the negative, everything will change instantly, right? So that's why I'm going to be doing this lovely interaction, video that I'm making for all of you to understand about this. So, the further ado, without any question, we're going to start off the reading. So we have the full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension, right? So we're going to look at that. And for the Aquarius Woman, so Scorpio is the man over here, okay? And the Aquarius Woman, is we're going to start that off first. Full moon Aquarius is be real. So these are going to be a few of the way of how Aquarius will interact between a Scorpio man as well. So I'm going to do this reading because if it happens and you're in a, let's say if you're in between it doesn't really matter if it's a roommate, if it's a relationship, if it's whatever, you have to understand what's happening. Because you have to believe on what's happening, what's going on, and how it is. I will also have oracle cards that you will see later in this video. So just remember that. But this is how it seems to be. So I know that you all like me to talk, but I'm not going to talk very much. Because I don't want to sound like a record player. Funny, right? Funny, good humor, right? But anyway, back to my own way that I'm going to make sure to do exactly what I'm told to do. I'm always say these things happen where, emotions will switch, the energies will switch, the days are switching, everything else, right? So we have to believe about how it is. I have so much, how it is in this way. So this video seems to be long, it's okay, but this is how it is. So we're going to start off the reading with Aquarius as the wonderful woman in this reading too, and then we're going to do the other part of Scorpio as the man. And we're going to collaborate and add everything up. So this is going to be a wonderful reading because of how it is, right? So I hope that this is a wonderful, enjoyable, this reading because of how it seems to be, right? So I'm going to start this off. And this is a wonderful site. Just be aware that I have my halls with me, so I don't want to cough through the video. So I have cough, I would say maybe cough drops or something that I have. Plus, I have some tea that I'm drinking. If you want to know what kind of tea, it is basic chai tea. Very, very good, very good. And that's how it is for that. What else I can tell you? Basically, that's kind of it. So I hope that this reading will help you along. Give it a like, give it a comment if you haven't done already. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, you should do subscribing as well. And if you want to comment, if you want, you can do that as well. So we're going to start off, I just said before, is Aquarius, and then we're going to work our way up to a Scorpio. So this is kind of very interesting, that I'm not going to make a long reading for you Aquarius as the woman, but I'm going to see how this is, and then we're going to go after a Scorpio as the man. So let's start off this, shall we? Alright, Aquarius. You have the Six of Pentacles upright. You have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Knight of Swords reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and Knight of Wands reversed. Alright, so basically the thing is about this, if you're thinking about, okay, so the Six of Pentacles represents probably money in one way or another. The Three of Pentacles represents that you're not going to be in a third party. This is not a third party situation. But this is how it is, right? So I'm going to clarify. I love that word, clarify. I'm going to clarify of how the cards are between your reading, Aquarius, as the woman, and then I'm going to clarify as the Scorpio man as well. So there's going to be lots of this because I want to do this successfully. Oh, my thing just fell. Oops, that's not very good. There we go. Alright, so this is how it seems to be. So I'm going to clarify on what's going on. Let's see. So I'm going to clarify the Six of Pentacles. So I'll do an upright over here from the cross from the Six of Pentacles to the King of Swords. So I'll do the Four of Pentacles upright. Ooh, the Five of Cups reversed. The Sun that's reversed. Oh boy, really? And you have the Queen of Pentacles upright. Yeah, see Aquarius, here's the thing that I don't get. You have the Sun that's reversed, means that you're in darkness. You are having negativity because you're not getting along with, if you have a Scorpio man as your roommate, you're not getting along with him, right? You're trying to do your own things. You're trying to do what you can, but things are going sideways, and I can understand that. So I know how it is, but one way or another you have to addressing of how you can do it as long as it needs to. If you try to back off and do your own thing, that's fine, but you have to acknowledge about how things are between a Scorpio man, right? Now, I'm not going to get over this between you, Aquarius, but you need to understand that you have to believe in yourself. And you have to know exactly how it is. Because believe me, you have to understand of how everything seems to be. This is not like a yes or no question or anything, but you have to remember to get things done. If you want to stay positive, you have to know that. If you're having the Sun card that represents reverse, means in darkness, means that's negative. And you want to be maybe a better person. You're trying to be all, represent yourself, right? But when you don't get along and, you do whatever you decide to do, you have to look at yourself and rethink. And you have to do whatever you want to do that. Because in one way or another, that I'm going to say this to you from how it is, you have to believe in yourself. You have to understand about how everything goes. It's like having a mini pause situation. You're pausing on what you're going to do next. If you're not getting along with a roommate such as like a Scorpio man, for example, and you're not getting along with him, you need to pay attention on what your reactions are. Body language, your tone of voice, how it is. You have to be a good fit to understand what's happening. If things don't go as planned, and let's say you want to do things and you want to manipulate your roommate, whatever it is, and you want to be the better person. That means, in the sense of your mind, you want to become a bully, or you could do whatever you decide to do, become a bully. Now, picture yourself about being a bully to a Scorpio man. How would you feel? Now that's a good question for all of you, my viewers, to answer that question if you want. But the point being is that, like, how would you make it feel that you would do that? To take advantage of someone, and you do that and do that and do that, to be nagging and not paying attention, not getting along, not listening to each other, miscommunication, blah 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 blah. And it's the truth, right? You have to understand that you have to believe in your own self. Just like listening to a song that was kind of like Frozen, okay, like the movie of Frozen, but there's a song to that saying, let it go, let it go. You know, I'm not singing that song, I'm not. But you know the song. You have to let the go of things. You have to stay positive as much as you can. You can't roughly to be all unkind, you have to represent yourself. It's not like a play-by-play situation and you get to do things on your own, you know. I'm trying to be like the one that tries to direct you which direction you're going to take, left or right. You have to believe that you have to reflect on how it goes, you know. Because, for example, okay, I have seen, I'm not going to make everyone jealous, I'm not. But I have seen whenever I interact with somebody as a, let's say a female or whatever, as the one of the women's or something, and I'm talking to them, all of a sudden I can get a bad vibe from them, and they'll start to say something negative and negative and negative because they want to draw attention. They want a man to be the center of attention, or they want to be the center of attention. You have to reflect on how your roommate is feeling, okay? This is how you have to plan everything out. It's the way of reflecting of how it goes. If you're looking at the sun card and it's like, let's say it was upright, you're staying positive. But when it's reversed, it means that it's negative. Now, that's how impossible it is. Having a negative feeling is not the best option for you. You have to rethink of your words, rethink about your possibilities, rethink about how it is. Just like interacting with women in public, you know. I have been there so many times. I would interact with somebody and let's say they enjoy me. Alright, fine. But then everything will switch where they won't. They will dislike me, hate me, whatever. Right? Hate is a big negative word, just so you all know. But you have to pay attention to understand what's going on. You have to seize your moment. And you have to believe in it. And I always say this to you all, and I'll say it again. Seeing is believing. Believing is seeing. You see what's happening. You believe what's true. It doesn't really matter to think about how everything is. You know, if you think that whenever you want to do something, you better do it, you know? Because I'm not going to be mean or rude. I'm just telling you what the cards were saying. Because believe me, this is how you're going to reflect on your own emotions. Think about it as a movie. If you watch it as the movie, even if there's, the emotions that you watch as the movie, inside out, if it's between 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Think about those emotions that are inside your head right now. Who's pushing them? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? You see that, right? It doesn't work so well, no. But you have to believe that you have to control your emotions. If you put the emotion and it's negative, and you put them onto that person, let's say it would be your roommate, whoever it is, then it means that your partner, whoever it is doesn't like it. You're putting it because you want to be all the center of attention, you know. You want to do whatever you want to do. It doesn't really mean that you want to, I don't know, hurt that person or manipulate that person or having vulnerability of that person, taking advantage of, whatever it is. You have to have your own strengths and your weaknesses. Your weaknesses are negative. The other, who is stronger, are your positive emotions. Get it through your mind. Understand about how it is. We are here as people, yes, but we have to reflect on how it is. Whenever something comes up, and I'm having a bad day, for example, I try to rethink of what I did that was wrong, okay? You have to reflect on that. You have to do exactly what your roommate says, or your partner says, or whoever else is in a relationship or whatever. You have to get it through your mind. You have to believe on how it is. You have to focus on what you did was wrong. Maybe your partner did something wrong. Maybe you don't get the point. You have to believe on how it is. If you get to interact with somebody, you have to interact with them. If you don't, and let's say you want to get a reaction, let's say a bully was actually bullying you. The bully wants your reaction to what makes you tick, what makes you to get all angry, upset, annoyed, pissed off. You know what I mean? Saying bad language, right? Bad words, whatever. Swearing, right? Because they want an interaction with you. They want to see how you're going to react. Because they want you to get back at them. Because they want to be the victim or whatever, right? You're going to blame on that person. You don't want to blame it because you don't want to say, I'm going to blame, and then you won't. Right? It's like you're going to lie, which means I'm going to blame that person, but I won't say it. Don't say it, don't spray it. You know what I mean? That's how it is. You have to believe that you can focus on the positive, not the negative. Because you know what, Aquarius, when I look at your reading, you have the sun that's reversed. And the sun means that you're in darkness right now. It's a hard life to continue, but it is sad because when you're in a darkness, yeah, it's a negative feeling, right? It's a negative feeling. Because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. You have to focus, maintain, right? I'm going to take my sip of my tea. but you get what I'm saying here, right? You get what I'm saying. Because this has to stop. So I'm going to clarify more of the reading for you. And then we're going to keep going with a Scorpio Man, okay? And if you see me getting angry, if you do, it's the reading that I'm getting, but it's the energy that I don't like. Do you get that? Do you understand that, Aquarius? Get it through your mind. Understand how it is. Focus your ability to understand from the right and wrong. There's no ifs, there's no buts, nothing. Pay attention. Alright, so let's continue. So what I said about the Sun card, because you were in a negative situation, I believe, I'm going to continue. So let's see what's going on. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify Scorpio next. And then I'll be putting everything all together. Right, so let me clarify the Three of Pentacles all the way down to the King, to the Knight of Wands. Okay, so basically we have the Four of Wands is upright. Oh wow, interesting. The Page of Swords is upright. The King of Wands, I just said that, is upright. Right, so basically how I'm clarifying this, because this is how it seems to be. Four of Wands, there was something that was happening with that. King of Wands is how it is. So I'm going to still clarify. Let's see. One more. And then we're going to do Scorpio next. Oops. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to do it as the cards. I don't know how many cards I'll do, but this is how it is. I'm going to clarify. So you have, wow, the Hermit is reversed because there's no solitude. Ah, that's interesting, Aquarius. Yeah, you have no solitude. Followed by, okay, so the seven of Swords reversed, there's no deceit. Okay. Two of Pentacles is upright because you're balancing. I just said that earlier. You're balancing two things at once. Alright, so the Empress is reversed because there's no nourishment. Interesting. Three of Wands is upright because there's communication. Ah, I see it. Yeah, because you are communicating, right? Because you're focusing. You're focusing that communication because you know exactly what's right and what's wrong. Right? I'm going to clarify the Hermit. Okay, so basically the Nine of Swords reversed because there's no trauma. That's interesting. Ace of Cups reversed because there's no satisfaction. Oh boy, really? Page of Cups is upright because there's loyalty. Ah, interesting. Okay, so you have loyalty, communication, balance. Interesting. The King of Pentacles reversed because there's no security. Interesting. Five of Swords is upright because there's revenge. Ah, okay, yeah, see, that's negative, you know. And then you have basically the King of Cups reversed because there's no romance. Wow. And then, Eight of Cups reversed because there's no introspection. Ace of Swords reversed because there's no understanding. The Stars upright because there's inspiration. Yeah, see? This is the thing that I don't get, Aquarius. Okay? You have the Five of Swords because you have basically, you know, you're having negativity right now, right? Because you're not getting along, you're not, okay? That's why you have the Sun card for the reason. Now, in that reason, you have inspiration, balance, communication, loyalty. You're acting like you want to be all the center of attention because you have loyalty. Alright, I get the point. The point being is about the Two of Pentacles means you are balancing two things at once. Negative and a positive at the same time. Because the positive is you have communication, okay? So you have to understand that this is no exception whatsoever. You have to pay attention. You have to understand your, you know, your weaknesses, the way of how you feel, the way how you act. Because you have to believe in yourself to know what's happening. Because, you know, Aquarius, you need to do things on your own. Think about yourself. Think about how you're going to reaction. You know, like interacting with others, even if it's a roommate, even if it's not. Think about how you can do this. You have to promote yourself to believe on what's going to happen next. You know, if you're trying to be the bigger person and you want to take that person down and you want to get all mean, angry, you want to be, I don't know if that's the word of instinctive, I don't know what that word means, but, and then you have strange energy because you're not getting along, you're not, you know, there are things, okay? So you have to remember to do exactly what you're told to do. To apologize, to be respectful, to know your rights and wrongs, and have, you know, some understanding, not misunderstand. Because the cards don't lie in your reading, Aquarius. The cards don't lie. No, it's the truth. So I'm going to clarify again, and then we're going to do a Scorpio reading because I'm going to add everything up as well at the end. Remember that. So let's say what the Seven of Earth is. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. See, exactly, yeah. See, the seeds are planted because you have planned something, right? You do what you did, but you know you have a temporary pause in action, right? So you know exactly what's happening. And the other one is the Four of Earth, is being too various or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Yeah, see what I mean? Is that you're trying to do exactly what you're told to do, but you have to focus on that ability. Focus on the right and not the wrong. You know, it's the best option there is. Because, you know, Aquarius, you need to pay attention about what's going to happen, you know. And there are ways that you have to believe in your own self. is the truth. It's nothing else but the truth. Like, what I'm saying is that when you're looking at this reading, you think that everything's fine, everything's all doubtful, everything's all unique. But you have to believe in your own self. Like, I'm not going to be doing a Scorpio, but eventually I will. But this is just how the tarot is. I haven't added the oracle cards yet, anything else. Because you have to believe on how it is. You know? So anyway, well, I'm going to stand up here for a few seconds. Yeah, so just to let you know, Aquarius, because this is how the reading goes. Pay attention to reflect on what's happening. Pay attention. Because it's like, I don't know what to say, but you have to believe in your own self. That's what it seems to be. There's no right, there's no wrong, but into perspective, that's what it seems to be, because you're balancing. Whenever you have balance, you have to believe on what's happening, what's the truth, what's not. You know, these things will happen, as I'm going to say it. If you want to know what these things happen, it's negative emotions. You're not getting along. You want to be me all the time. But you can't always do that. Because you don't want to become denial or anything like that. Now, that might be one of my oracle cards that I will read to you. But this is how it is, because the reading is, that's how it seems to be, okay? So, basically how everything is on this Aquarius woman's side, that's how she's interacting right now. She wants revenge, and that's how she is right now. So I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to say is, that how it's going to be, because the next that I'm doing is full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. So I'm going to start off with the Scorpio. Basically how it seems to be. And this is how it is, because this is how it's going to be, right? So I think in my own standards, this is how a Scorpio man is going to reflect. And then we're going to add everything up between a Aquarius woman's side and a Scorpio man's side. So these are good readings, by the way. But pay attention. Because if it happens to you, whether it's a Leo sign, Aries sign, Scorpio sign, you name it, you name all the ones that you're thinking of, this is how it is. Alright, so this is for the Scorpio Man side. And this is how it's going to be. Here we go. Alright, so the Scorpio Man side, let's see. So we have the 9 Pentacles upright. We have the 6 of Swords reversed, 7 Pentacles reversed, the 7 of Swords reversed, and the Death card that's reversed. Means no endings. Now, in this way of how it goes, this is just how the reading is. I'm going to clarify because I got to clarify. And I want to see how this is going to be turning out. Because in one way or another, this is how it remains. And by the way, this is a fantastic reading, by the way. All of you can laugh, cry, doesn't really matter, but you can think about how this is, because it's how it is. So I'm going to clarify what Scorpio has. So you have the Lovers that's upright. Ooh, the Chariot that's reversed. And you have the Page of Cups reversed. Wow, Scorpio, I am impressed. You have the Lovers card. That means that you're in love with somebody. Wow. So I don't know if you're in love with Aquarius. I don't know, but you're trying to behave like a different person. I can tell that. Being romantic is one way or another to keep your emotions at bay. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Because it's the worth the while. It's the worth of taste. It's the way of how it goes, right? Because you're trying to do things as much as you can. So let's see. Let's see what else I'm going to clarify. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords to the 9 Pentacles. So you have the Lovers again. Oh my lord, this is insane. You have the Lovers that's upright. You have the 2 of Pentacles upright. And you have the 9 of Wands reversed. Wow, so you have the Lovers. You have both of them have the Lovers card. Okay, so basically you're in love. You are focusing on how it is. You're trying to believe on how it is. You're trying to understand of how it goes. But wow, you have the Lovers card. Like, I'm impressed, Scorpio. Like, a Scorpio man does exactly how he can do it. 2 of Pentacles means that he's balancing 2 things at once. I can tell between the positive and negative side. I can understand that. Because believe me, when you have the 9 of Pentacles that's upright, you have the 9 ones reversed. I can understand that. So I really want to understand about how this is going to be. Because I remember that I'm going to add everything up, remember that, right? So I'm going to clarify again between the Chariot card and the Page of Cups. Okay, so you have, what does this card means? You have the High Priestess that's reversed, and you have the King of Swords reversed. Okay, so there was something that was happening in this situation. That's how it is. Alright, so you have, so you have the High Priestess that's reversed. You have the King of Swords reversed. But I can't believe that you have the Lovers card upright. That's so bizarre. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the Scorpio side. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify that Lovers, but I'm going to clarify these two cards here. Okay, so the Queen of Wands reversed because no charisma. Three Cups is upright as celebrations. Oh, interesting. Okay. And you have the Magician is reversed because there's no skill. I understand that. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles reversed because no perfection. Strength card is bravery. Okay, so basically you have celebration as bravery. Okay. So what's the opposite between the Two Pentacles and the Nine of Wands? The Tower is upright for transformation. And the Six of Wands is upright for achievement. Wow, see Scorpio, I'm kind of impressed because you have the Lovers card, because, you could be in love or whatever you want to do. But then you have the bravery because you want to be brave and stay positive. You're celebrating the success because you're trying to understand of how the Aquarius Woman is reacting to you. You have the Tower card for transformation because everything is falling apart and you know how it goes, right? And then you have the Six of Wands is upright because you are having achievement, because you are actually believing in yourself. Now, in the way that I'm trying to encourage you, Scorpio, as the man, you have to pay attention. Pay attention to your strengths and your weaknesses. Strengths means that you're having, bravery, you do everything what you want to do. The weaknesses is where you have the Tower moment, which means everything is changing bit by bit, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And you have to acknowledge that. It's the way of understanding about how it is, and you have to understand this. Because believe me, this is the way it goes. This is not a time frame. This is not how it indicates and how things are. It's the way of perfection. Not where you have no perfection at all, Scorpio, but you need to believe that you can do it. It's the way of being compatible. Have that achievement, have your celebrations, have bravery, have the Lovers, and do whatever you can to make amends. So you can understand what I'm saying, right? Now, I'm going to collaborate because I'm going to add everything up. So this is what I'm going to be saying is, I'm going to collaborate. I'm going to add everything up and see what's happening on both sides. So this is how it is, right? So I know it's going to be a little bit longer of the video, just to let you know, but this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. It's like compare and contrast, right? As two things, right? You're comparing two things, you're contrasting two things, whatever it is. So this is how it's going to be. Remember, I have said this in my video. Give it a like, give it a comment if you want. And I will give you a couple of the oracle cards. I'll give you the wisdom hidden realms that I might be reading for the both of you, as the Aquarius and the Scorpio, and whoever else that is watching this video as well. So please give it a like, please give it a comment, and this is how it seems to be. Because understand this, you have to believe that you can do it exactly how it is, and this is how it seems to be. Because this is one way or another to believe that you can do it as long as it needs to, right? So now how a Scorpio man and a Aquarius woman, there are in different ways of how it is. Okay, so I can understand that, and this is how it seems to be. So basically I am moving the cards a little bit out of the way a little bit because I don't know how big this reading is going to be, but this is how it's going to be. I will leave this out and leave this out because I don't know how big this reading is. I have no idea how big this reading is. I don't know how big. I don't know. Because we are kind of, I'm not going to say, I don't know why I would say we, but I am going to show you how this reading is going to be because of how it is. It's going to get bigger, 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 bigger until it's done. So let's start with back to the Aquarius as the woman. So that's how it is. So I'm going to show you how it is, and then we're going to do the Scorpio as it seems to be. You will see the cards eventually. I'm just kind of showing you how it goes, because this is how it kind of remains. I know that I'm not talking right now, but I am a little bit. So this is between the Aquarius woman side that you would see. The next side of the reading, that's a little bit kind of how it is. That's how it is at the moment. So I'm going to put all the cards on here. It kind of looks like a freaking big tower, but this is how it is. Because I'm going to show you about how it is. So now I'm going to, this is the Scorpio man side. So I'm just kind of showing you about how this is going to be. I hope that you guys can see the cards. If I don't have enough of it, which means enough space, So this is very interesting, isn't it? Yes, it is, because this is how I'm trying to focus on ability to understand. So see, this is a huge reading, by the way. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is a huge reading, by the way. This is the Scorpio Man over here. So this is huge, okay? Now this is why I'm not going to clarify. Well, I will clarify, but this is how it remains, because on the woman's side, she's balance, communication, loyalty, revenge, right? So she's trying to like have like unnecessary worry, temporary pause in action. That's what she's doing. The Scorpio Man side has achievement, transformation, 2 pentacles, which direction he's going to take, left to right. He has the both of the Lovers card because he understands that, he's trying to do the right thing. So this is how it is. It's the maintain, right? And he knows this is just the way it goes, right? So he's going to try to maintain that. I'm not going to clarify. Well, I could clarify, but I want to see what's going on, because I want to clarify the middle, because there's revenge here, communication, lovers, achievement, 2 pentacles. Like that's good. That's a good balance, but I still want to do that. Oops. Again with this. Thank you. So this is how it is. Let's see. So I'm going to clarify again, because I want to see the universe is saying between the middle card here, between what's after revenge and everything else. Like, I'm not gonna... Okay, I'll do this again. I'll try to do this. Sorry to take this a long video, by the way, but I want to clarify. So I'm going to clarify the revenge card. A1 is upright because there's speed. Okay, so there's speed, there's communication, everything else. What's the Lovers card would be? Okay, so there's no... So 5 of Cups reversed because there's no grave yet. But what's opposite about that card, please? Two of Swords reversed means the crossroads, which direction you're going to take, but we already know exactly what direction it is. Justice is tell the truth. Yes, okay, I understand that. So you have speed, communication, truth, achievement, balance. Then you have revenge card. What's opposite about the 2 pentacles? The Wheel of Fortune reverse means that there's karma. Like you have Wheel of Fortune reversed. This means you're having bad luck. Okay, what's opposite about that card, please? 7 pentacles upright because there's vision. Yeah, because you're visioning because you have bad luck. Yeah, okay, I understand that. So I understand that this is how it goes. That's how it remains. But is there anything else I can think of? Is there anything else? Okay, so I want to see this. what the universe is saying. Alright, so I'm going to say what the universe is between the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Justice, the Six of Wands, and the Vision. So it's between like I say, the woman's side, that's the Aquarius, the man's side is the Scorpio, remember that. So we have the Queen of Fires upright. Okay, so we have the World that was reversed, but I'll change it into an upright card. You have the Strength that's upright, okay. You have the Five of Earth is upright. You have the Page of Fire is upright. Okay, so basically what the cards are saying, so the Queen of Fire is, it says basically confident, warmth, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Yeah, see, that's how it is, right? The World is Archangel Michael, is a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, path towards enlightenment. So that's like completion. The World is great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, compassion, fear surrounding money with the Five of Earth, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Page of Fire is outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, new something exciting, new endeavor, use your originality and integrity. Yeah, see, that's how it is, right? This is a huge reading, by the way. Yeah, see, it's huge. Right? Now I'm going to do the oracle cards there, and then we're going to do the wisdom, and I'm going to tell you what the cards are going to say. So this one, the first one is forgiveness. I notice that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yeah, see, that's the thing for forgiveness. So I'll say Scorpio has forgiveness. Empathy, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. That's what Aquarius Woman side. Trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Next, friendship, I understand that a friend is my life for a reason. So it could be between, like a roommate or anything like that. Denial, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight awareness. Yeah, right? So I'm going to put it here. So we have empathy, friendship, denial, trust, forgiveness, right? So those are the things you're going to look at. What else I'm going to do? So this is how it kind of seems to be. it says here, the Mapmaker of destiny is authentic purpose, inspiration, free will. Right? So basically, that means that, you're on a map because you know exactly which direction you're taking, left to right. And last but not least, it says believe. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible. The difference between success over failure. Above all, who you are is the power of your belief. Yep, see? So, in that note, this is how this reading goes. I hope that you give it a like and enjoy, because this is just how it remains, right? And you have to understand how it goes in one way or another, right? Because this is how it remains, and this is how it seems to be. So I hope that this video gives you a, give it a like, give it a comment, and understand of how it seems to be, and understand how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thanks. And remember that this is just how the reading goes, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you. Bye for now. Really. Bye.